Hello, in this video I want to talk about tattoos, and the reason I want to talk about it is because it is becoming more and more popular. Lots of people are getting them, people in town, in supermarkets, they all have them, and they have them on show because they are proud. They are proud to have a tattooed across their hand, their arm, or even on their face. But is tattoos really acceptable? If you think of going to, I don't know, if you go for a job interview where you have to be a spokesperson or a salesperson, things like that, it will prevent you from getting a job. If you want to be an idol, people and most of the elder generation take a dim view of people who have tattoos, and you might be sat here watching this and thinking, that's not fair. I have just as much right to get a job just as anybody else. But it does prevent you from doing a couple of things that you want to do. And even though you have the right to be proud of your tattoo, if you have a tattoo that's on show and you have to go to an inner, cover it up, because it's a mark of respect, and people think, why should I have to cover it up? Why should it's my tattoo, I ought to be proud of it. But at the end of the day, if you go into a place where it's a bit posh, a bit sophisticated, and you go in with a tattoo on show, be prepared for a lot of slack. Nobody particularly likes tattoos. No one. But what I will say is this: when you have a tattoo, you have to be over 18, so they can't, put a tattoo here or there or wherever if you do not have any ID. And also, if you are drunk or intoxicated, again, tattoo artists won't do it. But when you are the required age to have a tattoo, I urge you to think about it. I urge you to think about it before you actually do it, and make sure this is what you want. That you're not doing it because your mate has got one, or it has to come off you. It's a really personal choice. It's the same with smoking. Lots of people, are up in arms of that as well. But when you are the required ages, you have to make choices. You have to make decisions. And you're like, oh, I'm an adult. Oh, I'm an adult now. I can do this. I can do that. So sometimes, yes, it does go to people's heads. But at the end of the day, before you put a tattoo on your body, make sure you know what you are doing. Make sure it is what you want to do. I'm not trying to encourage it, or at the same time, people don't understand that people have a right to do whatever to themselves, whether they drink, smoke, tattoos, or you don't want to ruin your body. I mean, tattoos are nice, they are colourful, they are art, but in actual fact, what you are doing is leaving a stain on the back of your shoulder or wherever for the rest of your life. So you gotta be sure that this is what you want. Think long and hard before you do anything, because some people, they have them and then they wish that they never had it. I mean, especially girls, come their wedding day, some people say, I wish I did not have that on my shoulder. Look at me in that picture. So when you have a tattoo, only if you are gonna get one, you need to think where it's gonna be, and and if it is the right choice for you, because some people wouldn't dream of doing it, but then some people do, and some people like tattoos. But I'm not sure how true this is, but sometimes and this is what I've heard and what I've been told, is that it can be addictive. And you're like, oh, I have one, let's have another one, let's have another one. And then your body here, and here has become all over with marks all over your body. So I know it's a personal choice. I'm not trying to encourage it. But if anyone thinks they want a tattoo, they need to think about it for some time and think and make sure it is what they really want to do, because it is a personal choice. I have a tattoo. I have a tattoo, but it's not on show. And if people wish to see my tattoo, I will show it to them. But you can't see it. It's my hidden secret. But as I have mentioned, I did think about that. I knew I wanted a tattoo, but I didn't want a heart, and I didn't want some flowers, because that to me means absolutely nothing. But say, but, and this was what I wanted to do. I wanted to get a tattoo that actually meant something to me, and I actually have the cancer symbol tattooed, which is my birth month. So I was born in July, and it's in a place where people can't see, and people can't make a quick snap judgment. So if they wish to see, I'm okay. But if they don't, they're not into tattoos, I'm not gonna show it to you. When I look back and think about it, I know I made the right decision for me, because that was what I wanted. And it's only small, it's in a place where people can't tell, and if I wish to, tell a person or show a person, I can. But I thought about it for a long time before I actually had it, and that is what I want people to I would urge people to do. If you want a tattoo 1 year, and then if you still want it in 6 months' time or over a year's time, then you know what it is that you want. Otherwise, don't do it. It has to be what you want. It's a very personal choice. I remember, and this was years ago now, when my mum found out I had a tattoo. And this was when I lived at home, and I was on the computer, and she was behind me. She was doing some washing, and I don't know. I'd had it on me for over a year now, and I'd had it on me for over a year, and she was behind me, and I thought nothing of it at all. And all the time, and the next thing I hear is like that, like really shrill. I'm like, what? And she's like, Tammy, that's not real. And I'm like, it's not real. I didn't know what else to say. But she was angry. She was really angry that I had that. And how she blamed my partner at the time because he had a couple, but it was nothing to do with him. But as mums do, especially if they go by old fashioned times and principles. Even this dates back to the Bible. It goes back to ancient times when it states that you must not put something in your body that's not meant to be there. Okay, the times have gone on and tattoos are becoming more popular, but I think at the end of the day, if you want one, and you got to think about where it is. But, and this is one thing that shocked me completely. This was about Katie Hopkins, and she has stated that she doesn't like tattoos, and all the reasons if she was an employer why she would not hire a person. And she, on the internet, there's a clip on the internet of her going into a tattoo parlour, and when she comes out of it, and you even see this being done, she has a tattoo under her bra. So I'm thinking, I'm getting a lot of mixed messages off you. You either hate tattoos or you're a hypocrite. I'm sorry, Katie, but if someone can take a huge, big stand against it, do not have one. I just did not get that at all. I thought in my head, at the end of it, Katie's going to walk out of here and not have one at all. No, that wasn't the case. So in actual fact, that was her choice. She did that. She allowed ink to go in her body. But it's a choice. Like anything else, it's a choice. And you do have to live with your tattoo. I'm not saying that I don't like tattoos and all tattoos are bad, because some of them can be a work of art. Some of them can, and they can go into such detail, and I'm like amazed, blown away. But then some people have them, and I'm like, oh dear. Because I think when you have one, it can go either one or two ways. It can look awesome, and people say, that's a nice tattoo, where did you get it, what does it mean? And then times when you think, what a shame, you keep that thought to yourself. You really do. I have one, so I can't say that I think all tattoos are bad. But again, I strongly recommend that you think about what you are doing before you actually do it.